find a way to run from the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over, 'cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. Welcome everybody to the 6th inventory app checkup of this new app that I've been developing using Laravel 10. This is the 6th live stream we are doing. I'm doing it while I'm sick, bana. Hey, guys, I'm doing it while I'm sick. The dedication I have to doing this app. I should have done this on Saturday. And then I'll have continued also on Sunday, but I was too unwell to go ahead with it. And yeah, since then it's been another roller coaster, but we are doing this full force. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tech Chess. I am your host, Steve Nyanumba, and we are back again, continuing with the beautiful project that is this application, this inventory application. Let me just begin by setting this on for a bit of a craze. Let me just do an npm run dev. All right. Now we're ready to carry on with the application. I hope you guys can hear me. You can hear the sound of my voice. For those guys who are going to be tuning in to this video later on, you can obviously check out the comment section and post whatever it is that are your thoughts. Today I'm using my C920. I'm not using the DSLR that I normally use for live streams. Simply because it's been a long time, and also the camera is not here. And yeah, and today we are carrying on with where we had stopped last time. Last time we had stopped with creating new product descriptions and also adding items into, like, product items into the database. So these are essentially ready in terms of, like, okay, let's create new ones. Let us, like, in a situation where we have, like, generate this SQ to create a product. This is like the shortcut version of it, but we want to do one for mass additions, so that's where this one comes into play. Okay, I hope when you come back and catch up from where we left it last time, you will be able to see that this is where the application was lying. So let's just refresh this so that our UI can refresh alongside it, and so that we can be able to see each and every single thing that we had created from the very last episode that we were here, and so that we can see everything really. So check this out. We'll go to products, and then we'll go and view products list. Okay, now this is where it gets interesting. There's this part over here. This is for showing the product items listed in the database. So I'm just going to click on it, and then we can see we have all the products in the system listed as so. And then if we want to add a new product, it comes and generates a model over here. I'm going to click here to generate an SQ number, and I'm going to, the default price of course is going to be listed for us for this particular product. So I'm going to change it and say this is going to be 390. It's not going to be the default, but it's going to be a price of at which we stocked this particular item into the system. It's not going to be counted as a purchase, but it is indeed something of the sort, like an opening stock for us, right? So we're going to create this, and then we're going to save this. Okay, now once we do that, of course it's going to close off, and it's going to show us, like, generally it's going to show us a notification. Let's create another one and we see what happens. Default price is 370, let's say, and then we're going to save it. You can see successfully added a new laundry bag, that. And I'm going to close. Of course, these are unrealistic numbers. You can't find a laundry bag of 7304 or 7.3 tons. It's not. These are just hypothetical figures generated by our very friendly seeder. So, in essence, all this data is just, a lot of BS. But as we carry on, we're going to realize, by the way, we're going to create more robust data as we carry on with the products of this list. And I'd want to add another button down here, another modal that allows us to generate mass products. So in this situation, let's say, for example, we've opened up our show over here, right? And we might not actually use this UI over here for the product items. So we want to generate, like, a large number, right? A large number or mass number of items in this situation, right? So what we want to do in this situation is we want to come back into our UI, which is the show, and then we want to create another modal with another button that is there. So in this situation, I'm going to just minimize this modal for now. Then we're going to create another button down here, just like this one. So I'm just going to do a button. Okay, or rather I'm going to do modal, sorry. I'm going to do modal default. Of course, the button is going to be large, just like this other one. And then I'll just call it mass add products. So this mass addition of products is only for this product item that's being shown in this situation. Of course, the product ID is going to be coming in through this variable called product. So we already know which product it is that we are mass adding. In this situation, of course, if we check out the UI, there's going to be mass add products and add new product. So now instead of add new, I'm going to say add one product. Just going to add one product, and then there's mass add products. So in this situation, we're just going to come in here, go to the body, In the body, what we will do is we'll come in here and create an input. It's a simple way to deal with it, by the way. If I was to just talk about it myself, back into the comment section, the chat. Arif, yes, Arif, welcome back to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. 11:31, I see you. Yeah, we are still here. We are coding like crazy people. Yeah, but thank you for joining, and we hope you can carry on from the previous time that we stopped. I'm not sure if you were here last time, but I'm sure you were here in the fourth showing. That was 2 streams ago. I was on, I think that was on Thursday. And not to mention, I'm feeling a bit under the weather. I have a very serious flu. Nothing that a very huge mug of coffee can't fix, right? But yeah, let's continue. So we need to just put the input, the number, right? So I'm just going to type in here and say quantity. So I'm just going to put quantity, and then we're going to go ham with this. So placeholder, enter the number of, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in here and add the product title. So I'm just going to come and say product you want to add. Nothing, it's not going to do much really. I'm just going to save this first, and then just going to come in here, and you can see enter the number of laundry bag. All I want to do now in this situation is I want to remove this modal SM and put modal LG. I think I did that for the last one. Modal content, modal dialog, modal LG, yeah, that's what I did. And then I did a wire ignore self inside the modal itself, so I'm just going to do that as well. So I'm just going to come and add that here. So what feature am I on? I'm on products now. We're doing products, addition, and I think I'll do addition, and then there's also general removal. If I want to remove a certain number of products, then I should be able to remove them. But it's not for removal, it's not in mass yet, so I'd like to do a mass removal as well. So okay, so we have the module title over here, mass addition of products. This is quantity. Enter the number of product title you want to add. So if I save that and have a look, I see enter the number of laundry bags you want to add. So in this situation, of course, it's going to be an S over here. So enter the number of laundry bags you want to add. That's it, right? So I'm just going to close that. Of course, there's something over here. It's let's see. There's a dialog scrollable, dialog centered. There's something else that is preventing us from closing this just from clicking outside of it. If I look at the previous modal, I can see there's something. Yeah, there's this one, database keyboard false, and then there's database backdrop static. So in this one, database keyboard, database backdrop, they're all there. So why is it not clicking away? Interesting. Anyway, we can just deal with it. So quantity, enter the number of laundry bags you want to add. And then in this situation, what I will do is I'll come in here into the show, and then I'll do a mass addition, right? So I'll come in here and say add products. Like now this will be a plural function. So public function add products. In this situation, I'll do this. I won't validate really, because I'm not dealing with product item anymore. Now I'm just dealing with the number in quantity. So this number is going to be, actually, in fact, I'm not going to even pass it in. I'm not going to pass it in here. Add products is just going to be a function that's going to be within that button, but the number is going to be a public, it's going to be a public variable. So it's going to be a public variable. So I'm going to come in here, add products, and I'm going to validate. This validates. Now I can pass in my rules here, and I can come and say number is required, right? So if I come and do that, I'm just going to save this first, and then I'll come into show, and I will, at this end of this small ID, I'll come in here and do text danger. All right, save that, see how it fares on. So it's okay. I'm going to cut this and put it only to appear when there's an error. Okay. Then inside the input, I'm just going to do wire model number. So mass add products. If I hit save, okay, save doesn't do anything yet. So this one, when I do wire click, then this one will be add products. So just not to mess up the spelling, the other one was add product, which is here, add product. This one is add products. So yeah, so now as I do that, I'll hit save and the help text will pop up. So now in this situation, I'll just have to do message, save that, come back here, and then the number field is required. I think I'll call it quantity instead of number. Quantity. Quantity there, and then over here I'll just call it quantity as well, and then the variable as well, quantity. Okay, so let's see what happens. The quantity field is required. Fair enough. So now we've taken the quantity, right? And it has to be an integer, right? So I'm just going to come in here and do integer. That's it. Okay, let's see. So this validate quantity required integer. Yeah, I think that's good. That's good enough. Especially because I know if we're going to go by like supplying multiple product items, I know you can do it in a fractious amount. Could work. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, so this validates. So the validation is done. After the validation is done, I'm going to do a for loop. So I'm going to do a for loop of this. So from between 0 and the quantity stated. and then I++. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I'm going to put minimum 2 actually. Main value is 2, and that's it. Now for each of these products that are going to be added there, we are going to pass this function down here. All right, so I'm just going to say I'm just going to repeat this the number of times that are here. Right, so this product item is equal to product description ID is equal to this product ID. Then I'm just going to run this product like this, and then so essentially what I'm doing is, for the number of times that the quantity has been passed in, we're taking the new product item that has been declared in the mount function as that. We're going to repeat it over here, so we're taking the description ID and equating it to the product ID in question. Product item, we're generating a new SQ every single time, so we're just running the function within this particular for loop. Then we save, then we create a new product item again, right? So every single time it creates a new product item, like that's when it finishes the loop. After it finishes all the loops, right, I'm going to run this one over here, right? But then successfully added, and then I'm going to say what? I'm going to come in here and do inside here this quantity. So it's going to say successfully added, like say for example 20, yeah, successfully added 20 new, and product title, product quantity. So I think that's it. So I'm going to just put an S here, and that's it. So if I come in here and do mass add products, I'm just going to do quantity field is required. I'm going to do 20 more. So first of all, let's just look at the products list for a second. If I view the products list, this one here has 64 units. I want to make it 84. So I'm just, no, 85. So I'm just going to add 21 new products. So 21, and then I'm going to save. Let's see what happens. So you can see integrity constraint violation, column price cannot be null, insert into product items. So I think we also needed to add, a price tag over here. So is there a price in the, it's not. There's no price inside there. So there's no, all we just need to do is just do quantity and price for the separate items. So I'm just going to do quantity and then price. Price required, and it might be an integer, or I might not use an integer. I might use full decimal, or might use what? So there's integer, it should be numeric. I think we'll just do numeric, and then we'll just put a comma here. So price, numeric. So you can see over here we were adding price and SQ number. SQ number will be generated automatically using this. right? And then we'll have to have price down here. So product item price is equal to this price. Then product item save, and then all so on and so forth. Now we need to add a price column just underneath this one. So I think I'll do maybe underneath or maybe just side by side, but because the model is too big, we'll just do under, and then we'll do price, wire model price, and then error price, and then we have enter the price of default is, let's say default price is, like let's say just the way this other model was saying, the default price is, and you take the product price. So we'll come in here, do that inside our placeholder down here. Where model is that? Okay, this one needs to be number, and this one also needs to be number. Now we need to do minimum. The minimum will be 0. Okay. Then we also have our our step. Our step will be 0.01. Right. Then over here we also have the same thing going on. So we have our minimum. Minimum will be 0, and our step, but not this step, will be in terms of quantity, which is supposed to be whole. It's supposed to be an in an integer level. So step will be 1, right? So that's it. Such that if I come in here and do mass products addition, if I come in here and add this, it's going to add by 1, right? But if I do this one here, it's going to add by 0.01, which is great stuff. So over here I want to add 21 products to make it 85, and then the price over here, the default is 380, let's say 390 then, and then I'm going to hit save. Successfully added 21 new laundry bags, just like that. Now if I come back to view products list, I will be able to see that there are 85 units, and the total value of the 85 units as a whole is 32,300, which is excellent stuff. But it's not all based on the unit price. It's all based on the product price, I think. I'm pretty sure it should be based on the product price, the product item price, like the items that we've bought, what is their price. But if not, then we can also rectify that in coming days. There's no problem. So 85 multiplied by 380 is 32,300. Yeah, so it's all based on the unit price that has been set here, not the not the price of the purchases that we've done. So we probably may need estimated value and actual value, right? Estimated value, actual value. Yeah, I think that makes it fair, makes it somewhat fair. So in this situation, let's just go back to index, and then we can see the description total value over here, and then at the very end of that for each we have our call span being 6. Let it be 7, right? So that at least once it goes to the next level, and then we'll have another column declaring this is the estimated value, and then this is actual value, so that you can show us also like we've actually profited to a certain degree. So I'm just going to I'm going to use this total value as a placeholder for now, so that we can see how we are doing. So over here we'll do text dark, and then after this we'll do text. Okay, so depending on whether it's greater or less than this particular one, it's going to show either success or danger, which is all right. So let's just use success for now, so that we can see what we're dealing with in terms of like how it's going to be structured. So you can see estimated value, actual value. So now what we're going to do is, instead of you see this sum is going to be, there's going to be another one called actual sum. And then we're going to take actual sum is equal to description. So we're going to take actual sum is equal to, then we're going to take description, total value. There's a cricket in this room. Crickets, man. Is it dead? Snake it out. Interesting. Yeah. Very slick. Very slick. That activity or something. It's going to be loud again in this room, I'm so sure. But that was an activity. It's gotten my sinuses cleared. Wow. So I'm just going to call this total value. Okay, high energy coding has begun. Okay, I'm going to call this total value for now, so that once I come down here, it's also going to use total value, Then I'm going to come in here and use actual sum, such that if I just change that total value bit, I can actually check this out. I don't understand. Where's the script? Hey, am I daft? My spelling. Okay, so you can see it's 0, which means there is something that I probably did poorly. So this one should be plus equals, and then this is totatno, should be total value. All right, let's see what happens. Yeah, so it's actually okay. So now once I go ahead and create this total value that's over here, what I want in this situation is I'll go to the models, which is here. I'll go to the product description, and then there's this total value attribute, right? So I want to do a function over here called actual value attribute. Get actual value attribute. And it's a double T. Get actual value attribute, and there's nothing in here that's being passed through. And then there's okay, so I'm going to come in here, return this count this product items times this price, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say for each, yeah, and I'm going to come in and say this product items for this product items as item. Okay, so now I needed to have a count from the very beginning. Total is equal to 0. Okay, so now I need to come in here and okay, first of all into this with a semicolon, then come and total plus equals to item price. Should be price, right? If I'm going to go to my product items right there, so you can see product description, SKU number, and price. So I'm going to use price. Yeah, and then I'm going to come in here and do return total. So I'm going to return total. Then once I go back to my index, I'm going to come in here and do actual value, right? Actual, and then actual sum. Okay, so this method over here should be actual value. Yeah, there we go. So you can see there's a difference here: 32,300, 32,380, and then there's this is 88,150 and 88,160. So big difference, right? Big difference, sort of. I don't know. Okay, so over here we have total value of all products. This is not the total value. This is total value. This is estimated value. We'll call it estimated value. So going down here, we have estimated value. All right. So in this situation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do row, right? Column 6. And now I'm going to paste this here, and then I'm going to copy this. And then I'm going to come in here and do actual value of all products, and then I'm going to come in here, number format inventory value, which is going to be, so this inventory value is actually a sum of everything inside the situation that we're talking about, which is index, product descriptions index, right? So you can see this inventory value. And then we can say actual inventory value. So this one I'll do estimated inventory value. Actual inventory value, this inventory value is equal to this. In fact, I don't think I will even do an estimated or whatever. What I'll just do is actually put the actual price. So you can see product price times count product items. This is essentially not what I needed, but product price times count product items, that's the total value essentially. But why not just do product actual value, and that's it. So this is the okay, so this is 2729670. So this last number is 670. If I hit save here, it will be 660. So not much of a difference really. So I'll use actual value here, or yeah, I think I'll just use both. WD, just use both. Yeah, I think I'll just use both. So I'll use inventory value, and I'll change this from inventory value to, no, I won't change it, but I'll add actual into an inventory value. Or I'll just say actual inventory, right? Actual inventory, like that. And then I'll come and say this actual inventory is plus equals to, now I'll come and just edit this all inside where we have inventory value to actual inventory. Save that. So it's all the same, because inside the function of index, inside the function of that index function, let's see over here, this mount function, we still have this being the same. So what we can just do is product actual value, and you can see difference. Okay, I think we're good now. Now in the basis of this, I need to check out, okay, on UI terms, if this one is it's bigger. So I'll just do this here. I'll come and check if my actual inventory is greater than my inventory value. So I'll just come in here and say actual inventory is greater than inventory value, and I ask that question, right? So when I ask that question, what do I expect to come out of it? If it's true, then text success. But if it is false, text danger. Makes sense? Yes, does make sense to the UI. Definitely. When you move to this side over here, actual sum and the likes. Instead of doing text success over here, I'll do actual inventory over inventory value. No, what I'll do, I will do actual sum. Yeah, actual sum is greater than sum. Text success, otherwise text danger. Let us see. So now let's see if we can get that in other pages. Yes, excellent. 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 Yeah, it's working. It's working. Okay, so in this situation, let's say that we want, when they're equal, this one grays out into a secondary. So I'll just come in here and do another check. Okay, so this other check will be if actual sum is equal to the sum. In this situation, then we'll just do text secondary, and if not, then text danger. Now I'll use this actual logic and create the same thing at the very bottom. So you see this where the text danger is. So come and do actual inventory value. Right. So we'll save that, and then we can see it's equivalent. It's a lighter gray than this one. If we go to, if we come back here, right, I'll show this, and then I'll do a mass addition of products, and then we'll say enter the number of laundry bags you want to add. I want to add 50, right? Default price is 430. So if I want to make it 420, right, I have to undergo a certain loss of 10 times 50, which is 500. So I'm going to come in here and save this, and there's going to be a deficit of 50, or of 500, sorry, between the two, between the estimated and the actual. And then I close, and then I come and say view products list. Right. So now on that, is it the second page or the fifth page? I think it was the sixth. 93 to 10, 92, 7, 10. So you can see, yes, this was the one, right? So I have added units here. 93 to 10, 92, 7, 10. So you can see there's a deficit here, right? So this already indicates that you've made a loss while purchasing these commodities, or rather these commodities are currently valued higher than what you purchased them for. That's pretty much it. That's how you go about it. Now we're going to check out something new. Gesundheit, Steve. All right. Great stuff. We love to see subscribers. We love to see subscribers. I see this. I see this. Although this notification was supposed to come when 3 days ago. It's like Streamlabs, Stream Elements, sorry, is just deciding to play them all over again. But yeah, well done. Thank you so much for the follow. So thank you so much for the subscription. Web developer, if that is your real name. Yeah, there's so many other subscriptions that I didn't shout out on this channel that didn't happen live. But yeah, I don't expect things to happen live nowadays because we are really just doing this on a new level. I don't know where my phone is. So we're going to start something very, very beautiful called the purchases. I need to check out my office apps. I don't understand where they are. There we go. I'm gonna use a bit of chat GPT in this situation. I don't know if I'll be able to do that here right now. Or let's see what we can work out and then we can see where we are headed. I'm just making a small post over here. I've never like really promoted anything for any of these streams. I just want to make a small post talking about this stream. Great stuff. Okay, so posting that. Okay. Speed coding this table is not going to be a problem, ladies and gentlemen. So let's begin. Let's begin. So now we are in the purchases tables. I'm going to go to that index. So I'm going to do container. All right. X page heading. Inside this page heading, I'm just going to call it purchases list. And then I think I'm going to also enable like a posting of the receipts and stuff. So I'm going to have a card here, which is MY5, I believe. Let's even see how it appears. So we're going to have the purchases list here, but it's not container, it's container fluid. Yeah, much better. Now the card, we're going to have the card header. The card header will be having a H5 inside. Now inside this H5, what are we going to do? We're going to call it a list of purchases made. Right. Then we're going to have our card body. Okay, so our card body has been created. So inside our card body, we're going to do a table. It's going to be responsive, it's going to be striped, it's going to have hover, it's going to be bordered, it's going to not have table primary, not table light, no caption. Okay, ID, we're going to come in here and say purchase date. Number of products, and then we're going to have total spent, and actions. Yeah, that's it. So you notice that we have a certain table over here called what's this? This is the purchases table, the product items table. None of them have any links towards one another. But then we have this purchase product item table. So this is purchases and then product items. So this is the interlinking, the interlocking item of them all, where we say that it's a many-to-many relationship where we're talking about now the purchase ID and then the product item ID. But now in this situation, yeah, wouldn't it have made sense, because a product item can only belong to one purchase? Wouldn't it have made sense to make it so that if we are purchasing a product item, it's going to be attached to a product ID, right? A purchase ID. I'm thinking that it would make sense, but also it will only make sense if that foreign ID is also going to be nullable. But it can be nullable, just that let's actually do this. Let's make it like this. If we come in here and take this purchase ID, right? The purchase ID can repeat itself, but the product item, once it's been bought, it can't be bought in another purchase. So I'm going to make the product item ID unique and constrained. And that's how we go ahead and deal with this little bit of shenanigans over here. And then okay, since I've not saved that table, since I've not saved it, where is it? We're dealing with it here, purchases table. So we've saved it. Now there's the table. Total spent, actions, number of products, purchase date, ID. That's it. Then we come in here in the TR, right? Then we come in here in the table row. We'll do a for each loop. All right. So for each, then we'll do purchases. So we'll do purchases as purchase. Okay. Okay, let's just paste this here. We see if this actually has anything. So there's no variable over here talking about purchases. This is going to be a complicated table, by the way, just coming to think about it. It's going to be a bit complex, just a bit, in the sense that if we're coming in here into the purchases situation, it's going to be directly related to the product items, but not to the products themselves. So if they have a certain like level of, okay, let's take these product items and then show the quantity just right next to it, then it's not going to really like be able to differentiate, or rather it's not going to join them together and say, okay, this one you know, this product item belongs to the same product description as this other item, and there we have a very long receipt or a purchase showing, and so on and so forth. So now if we come in here and show where's this, the product items, purchase payments, purchases. Okay, if we come in here, of course we're supposed to list them down on a basis of pagination. So products, is product, sorry, not products but purchases is equal to purchase. That's it. Then I think that's on the basis of defining the variable purchases. But it's not showing up. Admin purchases. I mean, are we in the right page? Or are we not? I spelled it wrong. I spelled it wrong, that's why. Yeah, I spelled it wrong. So this is going to be PUR. Yeah. So there are no purchases in the table whatsoever. We're going to see that data sooner or later. Actually, in fact, since we've not actually deployed this, we still have some things to edit in our DB. So really stay tuned, stay keen. We're going to have the what's this, the purchases seeder, right? All right, so we're going to make several purchases. So for it's going to take long to see this. So let's say we made 250 purchases. Can't say 250 purchases this month. Let's talk about 270. Why am I saying 200? 170 purchases. Okay, so purchase is equal to new purchase. Okay. A purchase. So inside the purchases table, we can actually tell some things inside the purchases table. So when we go to the purchases table, we have the purchase date, the supplier ID, right? So we can randomize which supplier supplied us with a certain item. And then we also have to create, depending on the quantity that we're going to be talking about, right? Depending on the quantity we're going to be talking about, we're going to actually declare it inside our purchase products items, like in the sense that once we declare a quantity, like let's say 10 items, it's going to add 10 items into like the system. So let's do this. Let's actually just go back to that seeder and see what we can do about that. I don't know where the seeder is. Yeah, purchase is seeder. So purchase, we have purchased it. I'm going to close this, and then we're going to come in here, close this, close the web.php, show purchases table. Oh yeah, purchases table is what we needed to open. Purchases table. So it's purchase date and supplier ID. So purchase date is equal to carbon. I'm going to do this carbon now to date string. Carbon now start of month. I'm going to do start of month to date string, so that you can show us from it's 1st of March. Okay. All right. So then we have foreign ID, supplier ID. So it's going to be purchase supplier ID, and we're going to randomize between 1, because of course the first ID is always going to be 1. So we're going to randomize between 1 and we're going to count supplier all. Once we do that, we have already created the purchases. Now we create the purchases, but they also have to be created in conjunction with the product items. So if we're creating a purchase, then there has to be an added product item in the DB. So product items. So, but in this situation, we're going to talk about quantity. Okay, so given that we have a purchase being done, right, we also have to randomize which products are being added into the system. So hey, that randomization is crazy. So we're going to do quantity, right? Quantity is a new variable, and it's going to be a random between 1 and 40 is a safe number. So it's going to be a random number between 1 and 40. Okay. Then after that being a random number between 1 and 40, we're going to do a for loop. So 0 I is equal to quantity, and I plus plus. Okay. Then this is quantity, right? We're going to be talking about quantity. Then we do product item. So product is equal to new product item. Product item product description ID is equal to a random value. It's going to be a random value between 1 and the count of all product descriptions. Alright, so once we've created that new product, right, so product description, let's actually see this. So there's a product descriptions table. Alright, then we come in here and do product item. We'll do product item, and then we'll come and do, okay, so this is product descriptions. We have product category. No, we're supposed to do product items. So we have the SQ number, which is equal to, we did this in the previous, like this one. It's actually in the create section. We did it using, no, this is not it. This is not it either. This is not it either, not it either. Product description, not it either. I think it's in the product description show. So this is where we do str random line. So we need to do str random line, save that, use str, which is from the limiter port. Yeah, that's it. Then the price. So product item price is equal to I'm sure we can get now, once we've already declared the product description ID, we can get the product items product description. Get the product description, and then also after getting the product description, now we can get the price. That's it. So let's actually confirm that with the model. So if I go to the model here, inside product items, we can get the product description ID, but we can't get the product description. So product. So let's do function. Product description, and then once you do that, you say return this belongs to. So this belongs to, then we'll come and say product description class. That's it. Okay, so once you come here, product description price, that's fine. And then we come and save it. So once we save it, we'll be able to get an ID for it. So product item save, okay. And then we'll come in here and do product item, sorry, product item attach. But the attach method is a bit, it doesn't work with this one because we don't have the belongs to many situation. So we have purchases, we have the purchase itself. So purchase attach, or rather it's supposed to be purchases, or rather product item. Then we're going to go to purchases, or purchase attach. Something like that. Something like this. I think we need to check this out. Question: can you do a multi-vendor e-commerce app next with Laravel and Flutter? Yes, we'll do. Actually, that's part of the plan. That's actually part of the plan. Thank you for bringing that up as a question. I could see your name, but it's very distant. Aviwe Musa, welcome to the stream, my G. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Flutter and Laravel, yeah, that has been like my dream goal right now. I know how to do it. I have just not been able to do it like on stream and all that stuff. But I will sort it out. Trust that this channel is in it for doing all of that. Especially with Flutter Web kicking it in, I'll be able to craft like the website and then also craft the mobile applications as well, which is, it's very, very, very nice. I plan on doing one Flutter app for this, by the way, and could be very nice. Could be very nice and very interesting. Okay, so this purchases Cedar. Once we save this, there's something about attaching that I'm not quite remembering. Many-to-many relationships. So this is how it is done. Many-to-many. Now this is a move to many. I don't need the move to many. Move one, move many, move two. I don't need the move two. I just need the, because polymorphic relationships. No, let's do many to many, and then we can say defining custom intermediate ordering queries via intermediate. Let's begin here. So many to many relationships, table structure will be like this. So users will be like that, roles will be like that, roles user is like this. So now once we attach, where's the attach? For each user's role as role, user find one roles order by name get, belongs to many. I'm looking for the attach bit. There we go. You can see this. So users roles attach role ID. Like that's exactly what I needed to do. So purchases product item attach, or purchases product items attach, you know, yeah, and that's it. So coming to this product item, it's going to be a many-to-many relationship in hindsight. It's just that this product item is going to appear uniquely, such that if you buy one product, if you buy a product, it can't be bought again. Like that's the uniqueness of the product item. So product item, and then we have what's this, purchases. All right, we'll just have it as purchases for now since it's a many-to-many relationship. Then attach, and then we'll do a purchase ID, right? And then we'll move on to the next step. So now before we go there, I need to come to the product item that we're talking about, which is in here. So we need to come in here and declare a function called purchases. And then we come in here and return this belongs to many. So it belongs to many. Then we come in here and say purchases or purchase class, right? And then the table, we have to declare the table in which the purchases and the product items are linking. So we have the purchase. So we have the purchase underscore product item. The reason why we label it like that is because, well, it should have been product item purchase, but since this was a compound labeling, I decided to put purchase first and then product item afterwards. And yeah, that's how we go about this. in such a situation where the word comes in twos, I have to declare the table. In other situations, I wouldn't even need to declare the table. So now purchase product item, that is the name, or that's the label of the table. Purchase product item that we're going to be dealing with. The only unit that I've done, the only thing that I've done over here in this situation is I've done this. I have put the product item as unique. Now, this part for purchase price needs not to be there, because if we are buying something, we're already declaring the price of the purchase inside here, the purchase product item table. Oh, sorry, inside the product items table, the price, the individual price for that particular item. Now, if we're going back to the product descriptions, there's already a recommended price that has been set for that. But then there's a price at which we bought it. So that's why we had a difference in estimated price and, product items price. Product items price and product description price. But yeah, so that's where we are at right now. Now we need to carry on with that seeder. So this purchases seeder. As we go on with it, let's just open it here again and close these tables that we opened. So going down to it, this is the way it goes. So we're making 170 new purchases, right? For each purchase that has been made, there is a quantity of products that is being bought, right? So for each of this particular quantity, for each and every one of these items, right, we're going to create a new product item. For this new product item, we're going to attach the product description, the SKU number, the price, and then we're going to save, and then we're going to attach to the purchases, right? So now once we've done that for that one particular product item, we go back again and do another one, right? We're going to loop it as many times as we can. So already over here, it's not the particular product that we're talking about, or rather the particular product description that we're talking about. Every time it loops here, it's going to be a new item. So generally, the number of products that we're going to be dealing with is between 170 and should be what? 6800? No, it can't be 6800 only. Because 6800 products, that's not it. We're going to have many purchases, many purchases, or rather many products per purchase. Alright, so let's do this. By the end of this, we'll be able to tell, like if we go to the dashboard over here, we'll be able to tell like we have a certain, like a really serious level of products in it. So if we have 680 or less, between 170 and 6800, then my estimation was correct. But the time and space complexity doesn't really account for that, because these are 2 for each loops. So I'm not really certain that's even a real like number that's going to be hit. So let's say between 1 and 40, 170 times, right? Between 1 and 40, 170 times. Let's say it's like that. Then that will mean that it's between 170 and 6800. Let's actually seed this and we see if this actually works. So if this is saved or it's attached multiple times, you can see what we're going to do here is we've created a new purchase, we've created a purchase date, supplier ID, and we've not saved it. So we need to save it so that we can actually take the purchase ID. So we need to purchase, save. So once we save that, we get the quantity and then actually now start doing this. Then once that is all done, we loop it again from the very beginning, which makes sense. So now I'm going to come into the database seeder and then come and do purchases seeder. So now I'm going to come in here and do PAMFS, which is short for PHP Artisan Migrate Fresh Seed. And it's going to run all these seamlessly. Let's see if it will do all that needs to be done. Let's look on the basis of purchases as well. Yeah, it's quite, you could see that. So which means it might take a whole minute. 6800, that makes what? If that's going to be like the 6800 mark, it will take roughly between a minute and 68 seconds. I'm down for that. And the fact that it's running this long, it means that the algorithm is actually running and it works. If my math is correct, yes, it will indeed take 68 seconds. Or slightly less. But there were so many count functions as well, which is also another loop. Could go above the 68 second mark. Oh, why am I overthinking this? Let's just finish this.
The calm before the storm. Things aren't as they were before. You best start bracing. Did you think you could keep us out? Shut the gates, forget us now.
Oh no, it's actually going to take longer. Then it must be 170 raised power 14. Then divide by 10,000. That's a long time. Divide by 60. Divide by another 60. Then divide by. Divide by. So it's 24. Yeah, it's a long time. It's a long test time. That's a long calculation. So if the time complexity is actually real, then we'll take that multiplied by 40. How many product items have been added so far? I can actually check this in the DB. So I'm going to come in here and check in inventory and check product items. You can see that 99.5 MB already. We're already at the 1,000 mark. Let's refresh. Yep, 62,199. As you can see, it's actually going more. As my purchases either ended. But while it's even seeding, did I even finish this? Did I even save this? We might have actually not saved it. Okay, let's actually try and refresh this. We see what we have here. Going to have many. Going to have so much. Look at that. Oh, products 176, right? But then if we look at the number of product items, this is total inventory value 21 for 67,300. Wow. And the actual value is 22,188,280. And it's still not done. By the way, it's still not done. It's still doing the thing. Jesus. And 62.99 crores. Yeah, we're only limited to 56,000. This is crazy. You can see the price is being entered, which is good. It means that what my logic was, look at that, 86,040. And we're not done. We're not done. When 88,001. 88,110. We're not done. This is the best seeder I've seen. It's the best data seeding I've seen in a very long time. Best data seeding I've seen in a very long time. Wow, 90,000 products. So it's going to actually go to, but let's see, what's the maximum value? What's the maximum value? If we iterate, the first quantity is supposed to be 40 and it's going to be iterating like 170 times. So the maximum value you can get for one particular product item is 40 of those product items being added into the system. So now if that's going to be 40, but then again, there's going to be a randomization. So in this randomization, you might find, but still, there's still going to be 40 products in one iteration, maximum. If you take that 40 and multiply by that 170, that's supposed to be 6,800. What is 90,000 doing in this situation? Unless I'm doing my math all wrong. Unless I'm doing my math all wrong, this is just insane. Like, just what's happening in this situation? In this situation, we're not actually supposed to have this. Like, let's just look at this carefully. 170 iterations. In those 170 iterations, the maximum number of iterations that's supposed to be happening here is 40. Right? So if the maximum number of iterations that's supposed to be happening here are 40, then it should be 40 times 170, right? 40 new products maximum being created 170 times. I don't know. But I know for a fact that we're going to meet 170 purchases being made. So I'm just going to go to the view purchase list. Nothing. I don't know if the purchases list is just decided on me. Or there's an error somewhere. Is it a network error? Maybe, maybe not. I don't see any network errors here. Everything is 200 and 300, no 400s or 500s. So what is going on? What's happening? Am I in the right page? I should be in the right page. Yeah, I'm in the right page. So what's going on? The quantity has already been saved in this variable, so we're not going to iterate this again. When you go to the new purchase, the next purchase, that's when we're going to iterate through the quantities. Then after that, now that's when we'll start like grouping them up according to the product description. Just realize it's not going to be complicated at all. Just come to think about it. This is just insane. This particular piece is very insane. Let's actually look at this. So if I come to Heidi and look at the purchases table, aren't we supposed to have data being filled here? But there's none. If we look at the purchase product item, there's none as well. So what's going on? There's probably something happening that is wrong with my code. So I'm gonna cancel this. Actually study the code and see what's going on here. Okay, quantity is equal to this random. So I've come in here and put the quantity here. So it's a fixed number over here between 1 and 40. It's going to be fixed number. If I want to make it a varying number, I'll put this rand function up here, which is not ideal. Okay, so now in this situation where we have a random count for product descriptions, let's try and make it twice. We see what happens. Items seeder, put seeding items. Maybe now 15 seconds. Because the DB has been given a lot of work. Okay, it's almost done. It's done. Now purchase seed has taken less time than I imagined possible. If I come in here and refresh this, I can see 1 on all this. And then I can also see purchases. There's one purchase date, supply ID, so on and so forth. I is equal to 0, I is less than 2. So see 0 and 1. Why is there only one purchase in the table? There should be 2. Supply ID 22. Oh, I've seen the error of my ways. I have seen the error of my ways. I want to attach a supplier to a product, not to a purchase. But yeah, you know what? Actually, let's do it. Let's attach the supplier to a purchase. Then we'll see product items increasing all the way till 10,000. Wow, okay. So if I refresh this, we have one item. We'll go to our dashboard. We see the total cost of the total price, which is 2 million. Total number of products is 194, which is not bad. Now let's go to the purchases side of things and let's view it. Right now I swear this whole shenanigans is supposed to clock off. I'm going to come in here and do ID. We said purchase date. Okay, so ID is supposed to be purchase ID, sorry. Then we're going to come in here and then do purchase date. So I'm going to come in here and do carbon /carbon. Right, then pause. Then I'm going to come in here and do it's going to be purchase date, so purchase date, and then I'm going to come in here and do a format. So I'm going to do format. The format will be, and I set the date, by the way, I set it to 1st of March, like this month, beginning of the month. So format will be J capital S F comma Y. Let's see, 1st of March 2023. Let's go. Right, and then we come in here and do number of products. So all I'll just do here is purchase product items. And then I'll come in here and do account. So this won't show anything at first because in the purchases model, it's going to have nothing to do with product items. So I'm just going to go to the purchases model. purchases model. So purchase model. Then over here, I'm going to come in and do a function called product items. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to return this belongs to many. Right, so I'm going to do belongs to many. Right, and then we're going to do what? We're going to do belongs to many product. Belongs to many product item class, and then we're going to declare the table over here, which is what purchases, purchase product item, and then we do that. Can we run this? Yeah, we can. So number of products bought, 27. Okay, let's actually do this again with the purchases seeder, but now this time total spend. What's the total spend on this purchase? Since we've not attached anything regarding to price on that purchase product item table, we're going to do total price in this situation. So I'm going to come in here and do function, then I'm going to say get total cost attribute. Okay, now we're here, we'll come in here and call the price total cost is equal to 0. Okay, now we'll come and do a for each this product items as item. Then we're going to do total cost is plus equal to item price. Then we save that. Then after the for each loop, we're going to do a return total cost, and it's done. So total spent is what's going to appear over here. So I'm going to come in here into the purchases side. I'm going to do 2 of these because of the actions. I'm going to separate this from actions, and then I'm going to put in here. First of all, I have to do X currency. And then over here, I'll come in here and do count. No, I won't do count, but I will do total cost. So product total cost, purchase total cost, sorry. Purchase. Okay, actually I won't do count, I will do number format. And then purchase total cost. Like that. Did I do total cost attribute, right? I did total cost attribute. So yeah, it's total underscore cost. And then I want 2 decimal places at the end. Save that, see what happens. Second shilling 79.30. I do not like this table primary thing, it just looks disgusting. Yeah, so we have that there. Table striped, maybe not. What's this? But it needs to be table, right? There we go. Table head class. Table doc. I don't know if that works for me. I think it's okay now. Then actions, of course, there will be buttons over here. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. So now let's actually seed some more data. Like, I don't understand how we can work with this. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to do 20 this time. Save this. So I is equal to 0, I less than 2, like less than 20. Oh, that's what the problem is. Should be less than or equal to 20. I need 20 products. I need 20 purchases done. Oh wait, but this is supposed to be 20 purchases done because it's between 0 and 20, right? And then it's I++, so it starts from 0 all the way till 19, which are 20 products in essence. 20 purchases in essence. Let's do that. And my terminal is frozen. Yeah, my DB is my terminal is frozen. Let's see what happens here. Product items being seeded. Okay, even more. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It's 2. What's going on? You, explain to me. Why are we 2 only? 2. 2 purchases only. For I is equal to 0, I is less than 20, I++, create a new purchase. And save the purchase. That's it. For I is equal to 0, I is less than quantity, I++. This one is between 1 and 40. What's going on here? I don't get why this one is misbehaving the way it is. I think we're good. I think we'll be okay eventually. I just need to know what's going on here. I mean, these other seeders are working well, right? These other seeders are working well, but this one is the only one that's really not showing me favor. I see in the comment section, Crystal, what's up, man? What's good? What's good? Welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. Yes, of course I remember you, man. Of course I remember you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. It's been a very long time, indeed. Been a very, very long time. For me and for you, I'd guess. Last time I was streaming was on Friday. Last you were here was on... I don't remember, honestly. Well, welcome to the stream. It's all right, it's all good. You'll catch this live. I mean, not live, but you'll catch this online, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, and I'll be online again at around 9 p.m. tomorrow. or 8 p.m. tomorrow. For you it's 12, for me it's 1. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. on this side. Yeah, so you must be an hour behind, maybe a UK or something like that. But yeah, it's all good. You stay safe. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. This cedar is really giving me hell. Let's do this. Let's actually state that we're not even doing a random, and we state that this is 40. If we do that, we're going to have 40 products in the DB. Peace out, Crystal. Peace out. Consider this. This is usually a bad sign. If I come in here and refresh this, it's not going to be 2. It's not going to be. It's going to be 2 actually. Like one purchase. Are we not drawing from the purchases table? I don't understand. It's supposed to be 20. Huh? Let's actually drop this first and then we see what happens. Okay, are we not drawing from the purchases table first? This is the purchases table. In the purchases index, we're drawing from the purchases table, right? Huh? Okay. We'll do this cedar again. Let's see what happens here. Purchase the cedar finished. Let's see what happens here. You see this? Ujinga. Stupidity. It's bringing me the 20 that I want. Okay, alright. We've established that. So what part of my code has the problem? Oh, am I retarded? I'm retarded. I'm actually retarded. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay, this part over here was okay, right? Quantity. Alright, but check this out. This is not supposed to be I, because this is already I. What? I'm going to use J. No. I can't believe this. I made myself look stupid for no reason. What? What do you mean? This was already I. This was meant to not be I. A, B, C, D, anything. Just not I. And then what do I do? What do I do? J. My goodness. I just do an I. Like, I just decided to put an I instead of a J or a K or an L. Anything but an I could have made this code so seamless. Let's see your 60-second running. Come on, DB. Let's see what you can do. 170 times 40, that makes it what? 6,800. Now, I want to see between 6,800 and 170. I don't want to say any more, I don't want to say any less. Product items, finish in 19 seconds. Great, 20 seconds. Okay, purchases cedar, finish in, I don't know, 68 seconds. Something, I don't know. can't believe this. I can't believe that I did all of that scouring and searching only to find out that my DB was flawed. 26 seconds, okay. I mean, that means we only crafted like, what, 2600 products? I don't know. But I know now we have 170 purchases made. Let's go and scroll down and see what we are doing here. Yeah, 170 purchases made, total spent, perfection. That's how we do it. That's how we do it, ladies and gentlemen, perfection. Now, what do we do in this situation, right? We come and check our dashboard first and see if we've actually done it. So total number of products, total inventory value. Let's see the purchases list. So we have 170 purchases. We've added a lot of products there. We can view the products list. I think after this I'll want to create like a summary at the very bottom, talking about like, say, you know, actually once I'm able to do purchases, sales and all those different things, I'll be able to do a full on or a full out what's this thing called again, P&L, what's this, a profit and loss calculation, right, where we calculate the opening stock, purchases, cost of goods available for sale, cost of sales, subtract them, and then you get the remaining stock. Then you also iron out the expenses and all that stuff, like what's this, deliveries and all that kind of stuff, which I've not added yet. But once I'm able to do all this, I'll have a full-on inventory management system for a whole business, which will be good, which will be excellent. It will be very, very nice. Interesting fact, if you're only dealing with services, your percentage profit will never be less than 100%. Interesting fact. Because to offer a service, you're not going to spend. To offer a service, you're not going to spend. Okay? So any single time that you're going to offer a service, you're going to be paid upwards of 1 shilling. 1 shilling, and you've not spent, so divide by 0. Or rather, sorry, you've not spent, the original price is 0. You sold it for 1 shilling, the original price is, the new price is 1. So 0 divided by 1 is always going to be 0. Or rather, I mean, the original is 1, then the old one is 0, so it's 1 minus 0. Alright, then divide by 1 and then multiplied by 100 to get the percentage. So if it's anything upwards of a shilling, it's always going to be above that, which is 100%. So let's say you sell a service for 2,500 shillings, right? The original was 0 shillings, which is, you subtract that, you'll get 2,500. Then you divide by the current cost, which is 2,500, which is 1 multiplied by 100, which is 100%. You will never make a loss, or rather you'll never make a profit that's less than 100% when you're selling a service. Very interesting fact. When you're selling pure service, like for example, I'll come and do a web development job. It costs me nothing, absolutely nothing, to develop this site, except for my own skills, which never leave me. And maybe I'll be factoring in some of old code that I've been using in the prior side of things. I will never make anything less than 100%, no matter what it is that I charge. So question is, why is it a high ticket service? It's because their skill is very hard to obtain. That's why I will charge upwards of 50,000 Kenyan shillings, over $500 for a website. That's why I will charge upwards of $1 million for a web application like this one. because the skill to create such a thing was very hard to obtain. Well, why am I teaching it on YouTube for free? Because even if I teach it on YouTube for free, trust me, the number of people that will be sitting down here to learn the same number of things is going to be like 5 or less. To sit down for the whole live stream and actually learn the exact same thing is going to be 5 or less. To watch the entire video out of 8 billion people on the face of the earth. And that's why there are only a few billionaires on the planet. Because not many people are willing to do the things that are required to get to that billion. Facts. Yeah, I was going on a bit of a turn here. Well, we've managed to pull this off. But how about this? Let's see if the seeded data actually works. I'm going to come in here and take the price and then add plus 20. Okay. Actually, do plus a random number, right? So I'm going to do a random. Okay, the minimum will be negative 100 and the maximum will be positive 200. Right, let's see what happens here. It's going to be intriguing, very interesting. We'll never have, like on this part over here, we'll never have data that is going to be, okay, the page has expired, which means that the data has been refreshed. We'll never have this gray. We'll not have this gray. We'll either have a red or a green at this point in time. Interesting. Oh, this is not finished. This is the purchase seed has not finished. Haha, never mind. Never mind. So the moment I refresh, we're going to see different colors. Red, green, in multiple places. Or in multiple products. Ooh, okay. So now let's see what happens in this situation. I'm going to refresh and we're going to see, look at that. Look at that. Look at this second page. Look at the third page. Look at the fourth page. You can see the discrepancies that are many. Fifth, sixth. I'm not seeing any that is red yet. Seventh, eighth. As in, because you can see the actual values are differing between each other, and you can see they're all on the greater side because the random value that it's supposed to select is more on the positive than the negative. So the default will be you'll get more positives than negatives. But we're yet to see even one singular like product being bought for, you know, more or for less than what it's actually worth. Which is really nice. It's a really nice system. You can be able to predict depreciation and appreciation using that kind of data, given that, okay, you're going to store the old price and you're going to keep the new price still. Fact of the matter is, you're not going to always like iron out the older prices every single time. It's just going to store the most recent old price. It's a way to store all the prices from 2010 all till right now. You can see that. And I mean, it's so easy to actually tell like there's a percentage increase on actual value than estimated value. So in this situation, let's say for example, but well, in hindsight, this is actually supposed to be red, not green. The reason why I'm saying that is because the actual value should be less than the estimated value so that we can know we are actually going to make profit rather than loss. Because you're going to sell based on the estimated value, not the actual value. So if we sell based on the actual value, you're definitely going to make profit. So let's say, for example, we have 3.556 worth of products, right? We have 3.5 million worth of products. We bought them at 3.7. We cannot, if we're going to sell based on the 3.5, right? And we're going to sell in a way that we're supposed to get at least 12% profit. So 1.12 is the multiplier. We're supposed to sell it at 3.9. But what is our actual profit in this situation? We're going to take that 3.92 minus the 3.7, right? And then multiply, it's 0.22 divided by 3.7 again. 0.2 divide by 3.7, right? And then multiply by 100. So just like that, our advantage comes from 12% and goes all the way down to 5.9%. That's the difference between this, buying it like this and actually buying it like this, pricing it like this and actually this is the price. So now we have made a huge drop in percentage in terms of losses of 6%. At this point, it's not even it's 6%. We've made a loss of 6% just by buying products or buying commodities at this much. So ideally, this should actually be red. In fact, I should actually change that in that descriptions index. So instead of tech secondary should be, okay, instead of success should be danger. And then instead of danger it should be success. And the same goes for the above. Text secondary and text danger and text success. And that's it. So this is not the total inventory value, right? This is what's supposed to happen. We're supposed to take the actual value, total inventory value, which is supposed to go, let's go to the dashboard. Ooh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be interesting. Let's see. This is a thing of beauty when you come and talk about data science. The dashboard. And then over here, instead of product price, we're going to come in here and do product actual total or actual value. Actual value. Right. Right? Yeah, that's how it is. Now, inside the products model, right? Our product description model, we're supposed to, what I'd want to do in this situation, I'll do estimated, public estimated. Or instead of doing public estimated, what I'll do, instead of public estimated, what I'll do, I'll declare it over here. Estimated is equal to 0. Okay, and then, okay, before I reverse everything, I'll come and take a copy of this, reverse that again, and then I'll come and do estimate is equal to or plus equals to, and then I'll paste this first and then I'll come and take the product. And normally this should just be all like enclosed in a bracket, so that this actually works. And then yeah, so that's the estimate, right? So we'll take the inventory value, right, the actual value, subtract it from the estimate. Okay, so in this situation, right, we're supposed to calculate profit, right? So which one is supposed to be greater than the other, the actual value or the estimate? It's supposed to be the estimate that's going to be bigger. So if the estimate is bigger, we're going to actually take this estimate, right? It's going to be bigger. Estimate is supposed to be bigger. We're supposed to subtract it from the inventory value. Okay, we're supposed to actually subtract it from the actual inventory value. Calculate percentage profit or loss. Let's see. So percentage profit formula. So it's the total revenue. Okay, in this situation, it's supposed to be the minus total expenses is equal to profit. Formula in terms of inventory. So inventory profit is equal to selling price minus inventory value. You see that? So the estimate minus the inventory value. Because I told you guys we are supposed to take this estimate as what we are using as the selling point. And we are actually calculating the profits from this point here. So the estimate is supposed to be subtracted from the inventory value. And then percentage. Percentage as percentage. So its gross profit margin is equal to revenue minus cost of goods sold divided by revenue. Okay, so we're supposed to take the estimate again and then multiply it by 100. So we're supposed to take this, yeah, divided by, right, this estimate again. Okay, and then all of this again multiplied by 100. Now what this is supposed to be is going to be our percentage profit, or rather percentage gains or losses. It's supposed to be percentage. What is profit or loss? What is a common term used for profit and loss? There should be a common term used for both, like profit and loss. Because I mean, we know like I'm yet to meet two polar opposite words that don't have like a common term to refer to. Like what? Like good and evil is deity. What else? What else am I thinking of? Yeah, profit and loss. Like boy and girl is human or gender or sex. There should be a common term for profit and loss. Profit and loss. Can it just be income, like revenue? But revenue is what's brought in without subtracting what is spent. But total revenue is equal to sales minus purchases. Shit. Revenue. Revenue seems to be the term. Interesting. So I need to put this revenue as percentage revenue, percentage profit, percentage losses, percentage revenue. So public revenue. And then all I just need to do is say this revenue equal to. Alright, syntax error, unexpected token public expecting this or this. Yeah, it's okay, don't worry about that. We have it done. So now I want to put it like so subtly over here, such that it can only be noticed by someone who's really looking into that data, so that it appears so nicely on the UI. No one will even think that it was by accident that it was put there, because that's exactly what we're aiming for. So I need to look at this template and see what's up. Let's open it here. So you can see there's nothing for these ones that has been stated. So just a subtle addition just down here. That one will be just down here. So I just need to do this. I need to do a small and a sub. Small sub. Yeah, so that's what I'll do. So I'll go to dashboard, go to total inventory value, right? And then I'll come in here. This is super small. This is supposed to be currency essentially. So I'll just come in here, delete this and use X currency. Will it save the same? Yeah, it will. Yeah, I got the juice. That's hey. So let's add something here just at the bottom, because we're using a row with no gutters. If I do another row here, it will be defaulting with gutters, but will it work? Small sub or sub. Let's do small sub, and then we'll do let's see, revenue. We'll do a number format. And then we'll do revenue, and then we'll do 2. It works. Align item center. Or justify content center, justify. Yeah, more or less works. How about row? Row, and then what we'll do a margin X of 5. Does it make sense? It makes a lot of sense. Let's do 3. Let's do 3. Perfect. Now we'll come in here and do a class. So text what? Text text danger. So we'll do text danger. In this situation, it will make it red. Sub, maybe we'll just do a strong for now. Let's do strong, see how big it is. So now if it's text danger like this is what we'll do, right? I'll do revenue. Okay, is it greater than 0? Okay, if so, if it's greater than 0, then give me text success, right? If it's not greater than 0, then you have to do it again, okay? And check now this time if revenue is less than or equal to, less than 0. Hey, res, my god, res. Okay, less than 0. If it's less than 0, in this situation we're going to do text danger. Okay, now if it's not, then it's not greater than 0, then it's not less than 0, it's going to be 0, stagnant. Then we're just going to do text secondary. And it remains text danger. Correct? Correct. All I just need to do now is add the percentage symbol at this point here, which is perfect. So now ideally I'll just do a small text here, from 49% from expected. Or expected value. Boom. I think this looks nice. It just summarizes like lots of things, because we're doing all these products. If you view the products list, each and every single product that we've put into the system, right, has a unit measurement. Each unit measurement has been recorded with its own DB position in the system, with its own SQ number. It's so detailed, it's so well conversant with each and every single thing that we are expecting from the system. And purchases is just as robust. As you can see, we've added 170 purchases, of which we need to actually do some pagination. Pagination is very easy. It's very, very simple, especially when you're dealing with Livewire. Livewire makes pagination so easy. You could just laugh it off like it's something so subtle. I'm going to go to the pagination items stuff. Let me close all of the things that we've done. So I'm going to close all, and then I'm going to go to app, HTTP, Livewire admin, and then we're going to go to purchases index. So instead of all, we're going to do order by, yeah. Then we're going to do ID descending. Then after doing that, we're going to do paginate. And we're doing paginate, maybe we'll do paginate 10. We'll do 10 per page. Now, this is the situation, yeah? Every single time we're doing pagination in Livewire, we have to do the use with pagination trait. And then, because we're using Bootstrap, we just want to do a pagination theme. So we have to do a protected pagination theme. And it's supposed to be Bootstrap. And that's it. That's all. That's literally it. So now, every single time, this is 10 of them. This is from 161 to 170. Those are 10 of them. Now, I'm going to go back to my index. And then I'm going to go down till at the end of the card body. And then I'm going to come in here create a card footer. Right, then the card footer, I'm just going to come in here and do product, purchase, sorry, purchase links, just like that. And call to undefined method app models purchase links. The reason why that is, it's supposed to come with pagination, right? Purchases, it's supposed to be purchases, not purchase. Made a mistake. Okay, so I'm going to come in here, purchases. There we go. So you can see the links are down here. We can scroll through. Pagination, very simple with Livewire. Very, very easy. It's not something that can't be learned. So it's the easiest thing that you can deal with. Oh, just want to add something over here. Shadow SM. So this is what Shadow SM does. Watch here. So if I come in and save, this is the shadow. If I do shadow LG, it's going to be a bit too much. Okay, shadow. Let's do shadow first. It becomes a lot more. Then you can do shadow LG. And that's much more. It's much more robust for shadow. I can keep it like this. I can keep it at shadow SM. I don't think this is a shadow XS, but shadow SM. Shadow SM is good enough. Okay, so next, adding a new purchase. But first of all, we need to finish with this index side of things, such that if we're coming to the purchases, we need to show an individual purchase, and which means we need to come in and do PA make Livewire admin purchases show. Okay, so we have this show, okay, and I'm going to just add it to my routes down here. So my routes are going to be under purchases, product items, product descriptions, product categories, where the payments, quotations, invoices, purchases. So purchases, I'm just going to come in here, add the same, do over here show. I'm going to replace while staying the same with the case 1, 2, and 3. So now we have this new link over here going to the purchases show class. What we just need in this situation is a function over here called mount, and it's going to be passing in an ID just like the edit. What we want is to say this purchase, which we've not declared yet, is equal to purchase find ID. All right, and then to declare it, I just need to come in and say public purchase, which is in the models, and then I come in here and say purchase. That's it. Public purchase. It's just going to show the purchase, and then I need to find a way of interlinking or interlocking the various purchases, items, and calculating or estimating the amounts that are inside that particular purchase in this situation. So because we have the many-to-many table, we can be able to actually pinpoint the purchases. But is there a way of doing from a many-to-many to like a one to pinpoint that one particular item? It could be possible if we're able to like flatten it in a way that we're able to get the number of purchase descriptions that are being held by the purchase items. Makes sense. If it makes sense in my head, I don't know if I've even spoken like complete English, but yeah, we'll be able to get there eventually. So we've been streaming for how long? 2 hours and 35 minutes. We're good. Ladies and gentlemen, we're good. I think doing this bit for the show is going to be a piece of cake. So I just need to create the actions over here that correspond. And all I just need to do is come into the index of this, and I need to actually get these. This is all I need, actually. This is all I need. Then I'll come in here into my index with blade, and I'll come and paste it here. So now the only thing I'm changing is this part for product descriptions. I'll change it from product descriptions to purchases. And then description I will change to purchase. I'll just come in here, find description, purchase. Ooh, that's it. So now once it refreshes, boom. Now I just need to center this actions bit. So class, text, center. And boom, we have actions in the middle, and that's it. I'm going to click on this. It will take me to the show to show the actual purchase. What I wanted to show me is, okay, if I come in here to show, sorry, this one. What I wanted to show me, container fluid, and then I'll do a page heading. So now let's just go back to this and actually see the pages that are in here. So there are some tables, there's some charts, there's some utility pages, there's some components, but there's nothing extra about this. Like if I was to hit generate report, yeah, there's nothing happening, literally. And I wanted something that shows me like an invoice template, you know, something like a purchases template or an invoice template or a receipt, something in HTML. But I can't really like find that just yet. This is the login page that I haven't used. There's another 404. There's a blank page. There's a 404. This 404 I have not used. Yeah, and so on and so forth. Great. And I've not put activity log as well. Very interesting template. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. First of all, purchase number. And then I'm going to put a hashtag just for like being extra, and then I'll come in here and do purchase ID. I could as well do a sprintf over here. The sprintf will be like this. So this is what sprintf does. It's a very simple function right here. I could do two of these and then 0 for D, right? Let's see what happens in this situation. 04, 02. I don't know if it's 02. Because I want to put how many numbers? So let me say 505D. I don't know if this one comes first. I'm forgetting. Sprintf, man. It's a one PHP function that's so overpowered, yet it's not really revised. 3 arguments are given, 3 arguments are required, 2 are given. What does printf? How does printf work? Let's see. Printf. So there's a string format, and then there's the value. Okay. There's a format, and then there's the values, and then there's what else? The format string is composed of 0 or more directives or ordinary characters excluding this that are copied directly into the result and the conversion specifications, each of which results in fetching its own parameter. This applies to both sprint and print. Right? Now, let's see what happens here. I'm forgetting this. This is such an OP function, and I need it. Yeah, that's it. That's all. I don't think I needed this too. Yeah, I didn't need that too. So 05D, 04D, yeah, or even 010D. Let's see. Let's see if that works. Yep, yeah, it does work. It does work. That's how we go about this. So now, in this purchase we have product items. These product items belong to certain product descriptions. So if we're able to categorize them into like, okay, the product descriptions that are coming in, let's do it like this. Yeah, I'll do a for each. Okay, and for each I'm going to iterate through the app models product description as product description. Okay, and then I'm going to come in here and say but this is going to be difficult because I need it to be like, okay, if this product description exists in this particular purchase, then list it and then give me the number of products that you bought from that product description. This is going to be a very tricky algorithm to deal with in this situation. Unless we can group by. Let's see if we can do that group by thing. Yeah, so here we are. So this is what this person was doing, right? DB table user methods, select DB raw count as total, then you group by the browser, then you plug the total from the browser. I mean, Jesus, why are you doing this? No need. That's very untidy. That's not eloquent at all. That's very untidy. Let's go back to group by. in Laravel. So let's look at this group by example in positronx.io. Group by. So the group by function is popularly. Hey, man, that is a hard word. Popularly. It's a very difficult word. The group by function is popularly known for grouping. Oh, I got it. For grouping the query results in Laravel. It can allow us to group the data by a particular event's dates, users, registration dates, and many more. I assume you have already set up the app and we're required to generate some fake data to sustain the consistency of the records in this tutorial. Let's seed 100 fake users by defining the date of the particular events. You can keep the following data in the whatevers. So are we defining the dates? Created that now, sub days, yeah. And then we're going to see the 100 students records here in the final configuration. Okay, now the group by data by example. Yeah, so now we can say order by, get group by, and then group by. So we can run a function data, return data created at format ymd. So this group by situation is not necessarily supposed to pass in interesting. So this group by data in view. For each students as day students list. What? Yo, that's actually mad. That's actually mad. That's actually okay. All right. So something I actually didn't know in Laravel. Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to come in here, do this for each. I think I'll just do this for each, just the same way it's done, except this time. So for each students as days equal to students list. So in this situation, we're talking about what? We're talking about the product items. Product items as, then we're talking about the product. Product and product item, or product and item. Is day and students list. So as product, and item. And then for each item as product item. Okay, so not this for each. I think I'll save it for later, just in case. Okay, so then we have this purchase ID. Product items is product item. So we'll come in here and do for each purchase product items. Now we'll do this, alright. Then we'll do order by, no, group by. I'll do this. I think I'll just use product items and then deploy this on the show. So instead of doing this, I'll come in here to public product items. So public product items, and then over here I'll come and say this product items is equal to. So now coming back to this example that we have over here, you see student order by created at get group by, yeah, then it's going to group by the data of the created at. So I'm going to come in here and do function create, and yeah, so I'm going to come in here and do this purchase product items like that, get, or actually because this is already a get, I'm going to do a group by here. I don't know if this will work. So if I'm going to do a group by here, then I'll just run this, and then the data, then I come and do here product description ID. And let's see how that runs and fares on. Let's see. Get key does not exist. This one is an error caused by, so the get key doesn't exist. So call to member function count on bool. So all this has to be gotten first. Let's see. So get key doesn't exist. What's this? This one, that's the first one. Oh yeah, let's see if we can get this data. Let's say order by. Order by product description ID. But then you see now this is a many to many, so I doubt this will be the situation. Unless the problem comes in this situation here. Yeah, the problem comes in this situation. So Laravel component admin purchases show public property product items must be of type numeric string, array, null or boolean only. Protected or private properties can be set as other types because JavaScript doesn't need to access them. So what do you need me to do? Yeah, what do you need me to do? Yeah, because it must be numeric string, array, null or boolean only. Protected or private properties can be set as other types, which means this one must be a different type from what is being provided. So can we set this to protected, or should we do another different kind of for each instead of making it an object? But if we make it protected, is it accessible here? Undefined variable, exactly. So that's the problem. Product items needs to be gotten, so we need to get in the situation here. So you can see the get key does not exist. That's the problem. Okay, let's just list it here and we see what happens here. So we'll just list it here. Okay, just hold it. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Products. Items. Let's list it here, we see what happens. So has it been grouped? I doubt. Because this is the first one. Price, updated that, pivot. Purchase ID, product item ID, product description, SKU. So this is the first item. So you can see 0, that, 1, that. How about P? Yeah. So now this one, what's being done, we need to just now group it. We just need to group it, that's it. Let's see what data returns. Yeah, get key does not exist. What is this get key does not exist? Oh, what is this? Unless this group by function is not the right one. Once we finish this, I'm going to sleep. Let's see, query builder, does it have the group by? Grouping, let's see in this situation. So group by custom ID. So what are we grouping in this situation? You see, we're taking the product items, yeah, and then we're ordering by this, and then I think we should just group by this. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens in this. We'll go to the purchases, purchases, view purchase list, and then we'll show this one. This one has 26 items, yeah, 26 products. So you can see this syntax error or access violation, finally something with SQL in it. Select list is not in group by clause and contains non-aggregated column inventory product items ID. Which is not functionally dependent on columns in group by clause. This is incompatible with what? So let's do this. Let's remove the order by situation. Okay, so now we have the access violation shorter. Expression number 1 of select list is not in group by clause and contains non-aggregated column inventory.productitems.id, right? Product items ID, which is not functionally dependent on columns in group by clause. But the product items has a product description ID. It is totally dependent on that. This is incompatible with SQL mode only full group by connection MySQL. Select product items purchase product item dot purchase ID as pivot purchase ID or purchase product item dot product item as pivot product item ID from product items inner join purchase product item. Yes, I get that on product items.id. I get that 100%. But then now in this situation, we're talking about the product items only. How about if we did that? Still nothing, right? But we're looking at the product items generally. This is interesting. This is very interesting. What? I've never gotten to a point where something struggles, is putting me in a struggle like this before. Does it want us to do like me? I don't want to take a shortcut and do something like this. Let me just explain myself in this situation. I don't want to take a shortcut, okay, and then start doing this. For each purchase product items, okay, as item. Okay, I'll take that item, right? I don't want to take a shortcut and then now decide, okay, after this for each, I'm going to do a for each for each and every single one product item, right? So app, models, product description. As product. Okay, and then I do this. I'll say if, and then I come and say, because it's a one-to-many, so I come and say if a product ID is equal to product item, item product description then I have to list this the heading page 6, okay, and then I come in here and say product description, right, and then I list I put the P over here or something like that. Like this one will cause for super loading. I don't like super loading. let's try it out. Let's actually try it out. Why not? So I'll come in here and do product, sorry, item, product, yeah, product, title. I'll come in and do that, and then all of a sudden, okay, product description, this is the wrong spelling. Product description, app models, product description, all, should be all. Okay, so ideally, if I did a P over here, or a break tag just underneath this, I list this how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. A total of 26 times. So if I switched places with this, as you can see, it still didn't change the outcome. They'll all be listed multiple times. So I don't want to list this multiple times. I'll just come in here and do break maybe. Or break. Nah. Next. What's the command to end the break? So this is more of a long situation, but if it's already been listed, why am I, unless I could do this, I could do a PHP directive, and then I'll do a count. But initially this count was 0. Now at the end of this for each loop, when the counts are already done, that's when I'll start listing my stuff. So I'll come in here and say strong, then I'll come in here and say what, product title, then I'll come in here and do a P, then I'll just come and do the count, right? I'll come in space here and do items. Let's see how we do. Okay, so we are not there yet. So now let's say if count is greater than 0. Ooh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. There are 27 purchases. Let's see the purchase list. We have 26 here, number of products. I think I've counted wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. If I did total count, I'll do it like this. I think I counted badly again. So total count, I'll come in here and take this total count and do a plus plus down here. And then at the very end of the for each, at the very end of the for each, do strong total, and then I'll come in here at space and do total counts. Let's see what happens here. So you see total 26. So now I need to put it in a list in a manner that it's tabulated. Yeah, in a manner that it's tabulated, so such that we have, like, say for example, the purchase number here, like the address. We could even put it in a container instead of a container fluid, right? Yeah, I guess so. Card table product title, product name, quantity, or unit size, quantity, total cost, and then just like that. Let's see, comes like this. Yeah, and then we have 2 more here. This is how we're going to do it here. Come in here, paste it here. So now on this product will be product ID. Product ID, then we have here product title. Then we have product unit size. So product unit size will be the unit title. So we have product unit size, right? We have product unit, so product unit size, this will be unit title. So product quantity, and then dot product unit symbol. Should be like that, right? I don't know. Perfect. Then quantity, which is count. Then total cost. So now we have to take the product item itself that we're dealing with. Jesus. Now this is where the problem lies. Because we have to take the product item itself. Cost plus equals to product to item price. Right? But then this cost has to be declared here first. So now this is for item. We already have the count. This is interesting. This is getting interesting by the minute. Plus equals to item price. Count equals 0. Oh, we need to close this with a semicolon. Then that's it. Then count. This one will be total price. So over here I'll do X currency. X currency. Then at the end of it we'll do cost. I hope it adds up. I hope it adds up. Total cost is fine. So total count, and then there's total cost here. Total cost, I'll duplicate this and put it here. Total cost is a plus equals to item price. Okay, this is interesting. Ultimately, I'll have put it at the end of this for each and done total cost plus equals to cost, which works. So at the end of this TR, I'll do a TD with a call span of, okay, so it has to take up total quantity should be down here until 26, right? 26. So this will be, the count is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so call span 3, leave it empty. Or call it H5 totals, right? Call it totals, maybe text center it. Yeah, so totals down here. Then we have another TD, and then another TD for currency. So X currency, this one should close like this. So this one should be the total count, right? Or rather, yeah, total count. And this one should be total cost. So purchase list, let's see how it goes. Yeah, so we're getting our math figures correct, it seems. I just need to make these things a bit bigger. This is a H5, this also should be a H5. And a class of text. I'll do text. Also, this should be in a H5. H5.text success. This is dark then. Or black. There's no black. I could probably even do it like this. I could have done it strong. And then also this one do strong. Works. I'm a killer, don't to confess. Call 911. Call 911. I'll do a H6 over here and supplier. Let's see how it appears. Okay, great. So if I did a row, technically if I did a row over here, okay, I did a row, align items, okay, justify content center, align items and, no, if I did justify content, GY2, let's see how we set it up. Okay, so let's do it like this. Yeah, we're just doing justify content center, right? Let's say if we take one column, that's the situation. We have justify content center not working in this position. If we minus the column, then it would actually justify its center. What if we did justify content right or content end? Then it would move it to the end. So let's say we have two rows over here, right? One justify content end, the other justify content start. Okay, so we have something to work with over here. So we have, let's say for example, we have the purchase number. The purchase number, we have it already set in stone. Now, what I want to do in this situation is I want to do paragraph tags. The first paragraph will be, let's say for example, now the business name. The next paragraph will be the address. Then the email address maybe. or the phone number. Let's just do a random phone number. So plus 254 712 345 678. Something like that, and then we do PO box and stuff. Or Nairobi, we just save Nairobi. KE, like that. So the paragraph tags don't work because once you declare a row, it has to go on and shoot a row. So if I do BR instead, nothing still will happen. Still nothing, right? So unless we declared multiple 12 rated columns, right? This is a div, and then the rest also is a div. Let's see what happens. So you can see nothing in particular. That, and that. Call 12. Let's do that. So you can see column 12 makes it now as an address. Very nice. I could argue that I could have done it a different manner. So now from the supplier's end, this is how it will appear. Justify content end. It did not work. MT3. What I want to do is this column 12 doesn't stretch throughout the entire basis. So I'll do align items end, and it won't do anything. Align end, align items right. Will it do anything? Nothing. Align items left. Nothing. Start. Nothing. How about ME auto? Nothing. This is very interesting. Like, why are these classes not working? Anyway, maybe I'll just do a column like so. And then instead of doing 12, maybe I'll do a 3. Column 3. See if it will align there. Or 1. Yeah, 1 will work. 1 will do. Then over here, now to finalize it, I'll come and do purchase supplier name, and it will throw an error because attempting to read property name on null will mean that we cannot even achieve getting the supplier name. So we'll have to go again to the models. Jeez. Now we go to the purchase. I'm going to declare a function for the supplier, and then we do return this belongs to supplier class, and boom, we have something. Now we just refresh this and we have it. Dr. Providence Heaney. Okay, going back to the show blade, we're going to do column of 2. Will it work? Will it do the thing? column. Let's do column 12. You see what happens. And then instead of MT3 over here in column 12, ME auto. Nothing. How about MS? How about M auto? ME auto. Let's see what we do here. We can't move this anywhere here at all. Nothing. If this one you did at end, what will happen to it? Nothing. This is very interesting. Huh? So this one needs it needs a flex column. I'll fix this maybe tomorrow, but this is generally let me just do a U over here just to differentiate it for now. That's it. Ooh, how is that? This is beautiful. Right? Very beautiful stuff. Now I just need to do this small thing called number formatting. Cost, and then over here we just need 2 decimal places. We'll do the same for this one for total cost. Beautiful. It does not need any other further continuation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we've reached with purchases. Now we await just to go ahead and deal with this page over here called adding of new purchases. Once we're able to do that, then we'll also be able to do the same with sales. It's pretty much the same thing. It's fine and dandy. So yeah, this is a very, very, very huge section called the purchases. The purchases are it's just a lot to deal with. But once we're able to deal with purchases, I'm sure in one stream we'll be able to deal with sales. And then from there onwards, we'll just be dealing with documentation for quotations, invoices, sales and payments and purchase payments. such that we'll be able to sort out our billing methods and also be able to track them down using this dashboard over here. So I'm saving a few more slots for a few more metrics that need to be tracked. In terms of number of products, I really don't think that should be something that is needed to be added in the system. So we'll probably eradicate this. We'll just deal with, like, say, profits and then total current inventory and so on and so forth. Even this total number of customers probably might go. But we'll see. We'll see how this system is going to be crafted out. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Steve Nyanumba with the inventory app that we are building from scratch. We have reached episode 6, and how far indeed we have gone. Episode 7 is tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, so stay tuned. We will be right here live again from 9 p.m. God bless, ladies and gentlemen. God bless all of you. And for those guys who joined the stream, Aviwe Musa, thank you so much for joining. Crystal, thank you so much for coming back. Arif, thank you so much. Thank you all, and have a blessed week. For those who might not be tuning in for the rest of the week, for those of us who are part of us for the rest of these episodes, we'll show you how to do a lot more than just create this application. Hosting it, we'll also do a lot of like CI/CD. We'll actually even be deploying it on shared hosting. So yeah, guys, be wary, be staying tuned for such a very nice situation. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Please do indeed take care. Stay safe. Drink your fluids. Stay healthy. And peace. Ladies and gents, kama kawaida, we have a selection that we're going to play. Today we're going to do a remix of a certain song that has been sounding in each and every single person's ears for a very long time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alarm. This one is a remix now by We Are Fury, but the original is by Lucas and Cruella. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Alarm.
Nobody said it'd be easy, but we took a train to the ceiling. And I'm high on all of my feelings. Don't wake me up from the stream. I bought a one-way ticket to space. Let's get out of here. I heard you, but it's nice this time of year. Out in the wild, find a eating. Let's stay a while, never leaving. Sound me alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Sound me alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Don't let go, I want your body around, all around, all around. Sound me alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Taking off. Taking off. Found you in all of the madness. I heard your voice in the static. Your skin on my skin like a magnet. I won't look down when we crash. I bought a one-way ticket to space. Let's get out of here. I heard you, but it's nice this time of year. You turn my world on its axis. Out here we're